Hey y'all, so I want to read a story today, and this is John chapter 2, and this is water made into wine. And for the next 2 days, we're going to really pull some things together. And I, again, am praying every day for revelation, insight into the mysteries, and deep and intimate knowledge of Him, that the eyes of our understanding would be enlightened, and that our hearts would be flooded with light, that we would know Him deeper and more intimately. So, John chapter 2. On the third day, there was a wedding at Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus was also invited with his disciples to the wedding. And when all the wine was gone, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no more wine." And Jesus said to her, "Dear woman, what is that to you and to me? What do we have in common? My time, my hour to act has not yet come." And his mother said to the servants, "Whatever he says to you, do it." Now there were 6 water pots of stone standing there, as the Jewish custom of purification or ceremonial washing demanded, holding 20 to 30 gallons apiece. Jesus said to them, "Fill the water pots with water." So they filled them to the brim. Then he said to them, "Draw some out now and take it to the manager of the feast." So to the one presiding, the superintendent of the banquet. So they took him some. And when the manager tasted the water just now turned into wine, not knowing where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, he called to the bridegroom. And he said to him, "Everyone else here serves the best wine first, and when the people have drunk freely, then he serves that which is not so good. But you have kept back the good wine until now." And this, the first of his signs, miracles, and wonders Jesus performed in Cana of Galilee, and manifested his glory. By it he displayed his greatness, his power openly, and his disciples believed him, adhered to, trusted, and relied on him. Now, so many things we're going to pull apart together in this. First of all, this happened, it says, on the third day there was a wedding at Cana of Galilee. Where else is the number 3 very important? So on the third day, Jesus rose again. I'm pulling some things here. Just think about. Also, we have talked about the cup being symbolic of the blood of Jesus, and of course, in the account of the Last Supper, it's wine. It's the wine and the bread. The wine and the bread. So, the wine being symbolic of the blood. Interesting here. Let's go to verse 6. And he said, "Now there were 6 water pots of stone standing there, as the Jewish custom of purification or ceremonial washing demanded." So there are these, this is the Jewish custom of purification and ceremonial washing. So I looked that up, and we can go to Exodus chapter 30, verse 18. And it tells us this. And the Lord, verse 17 says, "And the Lord said to Moses, you shall also make a laver," or I'm going to get it wrong, so anyway, "a laver or large basin of bronze, and its base of bronze for washing, and you shall put it outside in the court between the tent of meeting and the altar, and you shall put water in it. There Aaron, who was the high priest, Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and feet. When they go into the tent of meetings, they shall wash with water, that they not die. Or when they come near the altar to minister, to burn an offering made by fire to the Lord. So they will wash their hands and feet." And it says, "It shall be a perpetual statute for Aaron and his descendants throughout their generations." So when this was established, when the Lord gave this law in Exodus, law, first covenant, the old covenant, law. When the Lord gave this law, it says it will be perpetual statute for Aaron and his descendants throughout the generations. And so when we read in John 2 at the wedding of Canaan, when he says, "Now there were 6 water pots of stone, as was the Jewish custom of purification or ceremonial washing," and that was what was demanded. That demanded in that ceremonial washing is what he's talking about here in Exodus 30. It's referring to that command given all of those years before, and it's still being carried out in what we read in John 2. So we're at the 5-minute mark. We're going to pick up here again tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.